So we'll go ahead and call the meeting of the Southborough Youth Commission to order on March 12th, 2024 at 7 p.m. by this Zoom meeting. The first on the agenda is review of the meeting minutes from February 13th, 2024. I had one edit, which is that David Joyner was listed as members present, and he was a member, but he was just attending.
All right.
Does anyone have any additional comments or any additional comments?
I don't know if it matters. It's just picky. Fundraiser, I don't no idea if it seems like it's always one word, but it doesn't matter to me.
Well, since I'm making edits, I'll just go in there.
I think we had this discussion actually before, and we're like, is fundraiser one word or two? And we changed it to a single word.
I don't know. I didn't pick up on my word thing. So
well, because fund and raiser are two words.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think it's one word. All right, I got it.
Okay. May I have a motion regarding the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the Southborough Youth Commission meeting minutes from February 13th, 2024.
As amended.
As amended.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Karen Englam?
Aye.
Laura Chioco?
Aye.
Susan Byer?
Aye.
Nancy Sutton?
Aye.
Sarah Mikas?
Aye.
Lauren Ritchie? Aye. And then next on the agenda, let me promote her to panelist. We have Janet Bartolane. Janet, I'm promoting you to panelist right now. Janet is an applicant. I'll just wait for a second see if we get a video.
It's funny if you're not used to these Zoom meetings or
oh sure,
board meetings.
Okay.
Oh, can you there he is.
I can hear you.
Okay. And said, I don't know, it says your video stopped for some reason.
Oh goodness.
Oh, why?
So
if there's, I'm trying to look. This is, it says safe driving.
This is all a ploy to keep you in suspense about Janet's identity.
I don't know what your microphone. So yeah, this says the video has stopped, but it won't let me. I don't know if it will let me go into anything.
Is there a start video to click on?
Usually in the lower left.
You're muting and unmuting.
Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just says your video is stopped, but I have like safe driving mode on the top, and then it says leave. But if I leave that, I think that takes me out of Zoom.
I think so too.
So I don't know why it's doing that.
You know what? You're all just going to have to come over to the office and say, Janet.
I'm sorry. You know what? Let me see if I can, because I was having problems with my laptop. But let me see if maybe I can go in through there. So I was nervous that I was going to get cut out. Let me see if it will launch. I don't know if I try to come in again, if it will allow me to.
I might have to promote you again as a panelist if that happens.
Okay.
That's fine.
Confirm your choices. So it says open Zoom meeting. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be opening anything up for me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, just get to know you by your voice.
We're gonna get to know your voice, yes.
I'm gonna come over and meet you in
I'm gonna
person.
keep trying though to see if I can get on. So at least, so she can at least see me.
Do you want to try to exit out and go on through your computer?
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, Janet, we can do another item on the agenda while you try another attempt at it, and we can bring you back on.
Okay, okay. I'll try this one last time, and it just asked me to join. Oh, I need the meeting code.
It's not possible to let you join twice and be twice. Maybe it will. I don't know.
Okay, why don't I'll log off and I'll try to log on and see. That way I don't hold you up either.
Okay.
If that's okay. I don't want to hold you guys up.
We'll see it. We'll see you or hear you again in another minute.
Hopefully you can see me. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Where's the meeting?
Do a director's report while we're waiting?
Sure.
Or?
Do you want to put her back in the audience for now?
Oh, I'm not sure. Well,
she just went. Never mind. Okay. Okay.
We just give 1 or 2 seconds. She might pop right back up.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. Director's report. I'll start. I have been very, very busy with camp scholarship applications. So we finished up advertising between the last meeting and now. I also collected applications and collected income verification documents from people. I matched people's requests with what we had available from the different camps. And then I went ahead and offered what we could to the different families. And of course, as soon as I did that, I heard from St. Mark's that they wanted to offer us some weeks of camp. So I had to reopen everything all back up again. And it's been a little bit challenging because I only have so many slots that I can offer. And I wasn't sure how to navigate that except for first come, first serve, which is challenging because unless you're checking your email in the middle of the day, you might not hear about the opportunity. But I had a number of people email me back, so I'm reworking things to try to get everybody what they want, and also chatted with friends about the budget and what we needed to come up with in order to offer everything to people. So that's been a pretty busy process. Shannon's been very busy with various programs. So even though in our last meeting, I requested that Shannon's hours go down to 30 hours a week. Somehow she seems busier than ever. So we had John Madelman come in on March 6th, which was a great presentation, The Secret Life of Teens and Tweens. Shannon's very busy getting ready for Mental Health Awareness Month. And we just want to share that the theme for this year, we were looking for something around resilience and finding the positive in difficult situations. And so we decided to go with the theme, When Life Gives You Lemons, just to be fun and uplifting around something that, things that might be difficult for people. I'm excited to share also that in the month of May, we're working on co-sponsoring an event with Friends of the Southborough Youth Commission, which should be what I'm hoping to bill as a night of comedy and self-care, with a speaker named Carrie Stack, who I had the pleasure of seeing do a presentation for the Massachusetts Municipal Association. She's a riot, and I was excited to hear that she would be available to come in May. We're going to do some of our usual Mental Health Awareness Month things, which include a community read, so a book club of sorts. Shannon and Megan are finalizing the decision now on which book to do. And story time at the library with Miss Kim for the children. And we are going to do Celebrate Wellness again, and the announcement of the Laurie Sugarman Whittier Wellness Award, which is always the last Wednesday of May at the community house. And so that's May 29th. Oh, Carrie Stack, by the way, is scheduled for Tuesday, May 14th. And this year for Celebrate Wellness, instead of art, we are doing a call for stories. So since the theme is When Life Gives You Lemons, we are asking people to submit short stories, one-page stories about times when they were able to make lemonade out of lemons. Stories about hardship that ended up having some positive result or some sort of asset or positive attribute in the end, something they learned about themselves. So we're putting a call out there to the community for those in our community who like to write. People are welcome to do poetry. They can do a true story. They can do a fictional story if they want to, but something in line with the theme. And I'm excited about that. I think that would be a nice change because we've done art for so many years. So this will be nice. Our plan is to put them all in frames and have them on display for people to walk around and read during the event. So Shannon's very busy with that. Megan, I never chat about Megan too much, but you can rest assured that Megan is constantly busy. She is probably, I wouldn't say the busiest of all of us, but I thank goodness for Megan. She's fielding lots of new inquiries for mental health support on a daily basis and doing her best to manage all of those. So that's what we've had going on. I'm just trying to find again things we have coming up. Town meeting is on, I think this might be further down in the agenda, right, Lauren? Okay, so town meeting is on March 23rd. And I talked about some of the items happening at Mental Health Awareness Month. I didn't mention Southborough Goes Green, which is something we've been doing the last few years, which is always the first Friday of May. So all of the schools will be participating. They'll be encouraging students to wear green on that day. Town employees do it as well. So if you can, we'll be putting some advertising out for all of these events individually in the near future. So you should certainly feel free to help spread the word about all of these.
Are we doing the green light lantern things again or no? Should I ask friends
if friends would like to do it? I think for us it was I think the challenge is, and this happened in my own community, this is actually where I got the idea from. We did a luminary event, kind of like, actually, you guys are familiar with the pumpkin stroll that that Rotary does. When everything's in one location and all lit up at the same time, it has much more of a statement. Here in my community, and I think what happened when we tried doing this, it kind of fell short of making a statement because it was so spread out and some people had like one or two bags. So we hadn't planned on doing it again, but it's not out of the question. We do have not a ton of materials left, but some materials left if people, if we wanted to add to it.
Yeah,
but I would
only
probably
do it.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I would only do it if we met at the community house and carried our
maybe at Celebrate Wellness we could put them out is what I was going to say. Okay. The problem becomes too that it doesn't get dark until a certain time, so that's challenging too. But yeah, so I think that's all I had written here for you guys on the director's report. I'm not sure if there's any questions on that stuff. by the way, Carry Stack will be a ticketed event because we're trying to finalize where we're having it. But we're hoping to serve refreshments, appetizers, and desserts. And there'll be sort of limited-ish capacity in the space that we use. And we're trying to make it sort of like a more of an experience than just going to hear somebody talk. So we'll be determining, and that's why we're co-sponsoring that with Friends, because Friends would be in charge of selling the tickets, which could act as a fundraising event for camp.
Sounds great. Any other questions?
Sarah,
Right.
did you say that was on the 14th or the 15th of May?
The 14th. Do I have it written as the 15th somewhere?
It's written as the 15th, but it's
I keep messing that up. Yes, I just want to make sure, Carrie. It's the 14th. Yes, okay. Tuesday the 14th. I apologize. I keep doing that for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Okay. It looks like I can try promoting Janet again to panelist. Which is not working. No, there it goes. Oops. Let me try it again. Janet, you just would accept it. There we go. The moment of truth. Janet, you'll just need to unmute yourself. All right. It's not looking very successful yet. We haven't gotten sound yet. Should we go ahead and talk about the budget while she works on that?
Sure, that sounds good. Let's see. So I think my only update for you on that, so we have town meeting coming up on the 23rd, and my understanding is that my original budget request is moving forward as is, which I think the last time I talked to you about that, I was sharing that there was some question about how interface referral service would be funded, whether it would come through the operating budget or if we would use opioid settlement funds to cover the cost. So they've decided not to fund it through opioid settlement funds and instead include it in our budget. So there was no further discussion about sharing the cost with the school department, but Janet, yay, it worked.
I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Let me just finish my statement about the budget. So, so as far as I know, our budget is moving forward, as is, including the cost of interface referral service. And actually tomorrow I have an appointment with our contact at Interface to preliminarily establish what the cost of our next contract is going to be with them. So it's too late for us to make any changes to our budget request if it turns out to be less. But, you know, I'll have to sort of discuss with the select board what that means for us, having more funds in our budget than needed if that's the case. So, so that's good news. I will say, you know, I know this is further on in the budget, but that there may be, you know, this is a fairly significant increase for us, having an extra $25,000 in our budget. So there may be somebody in the audience who's not familiar, who may hold our budget, wanting to know more information, which I feel prepared to speak to. But just want to sort of let the board know that that's a possibility. Hopefully that's all that's needed and that there isn't further deliberation, because we don't have a backup plan identified for funding this. So, so fingers crossed it moves forward.
Yeah. So the town meeting is March 23rd. It's a Saturday, and I know I'd like to attend that, but we need to do a quorum check. If we have if we have 4 people that would be attending, we'll need to call a meeting for that meeting. Can I show of hands if you think you're gonna go? So we probably have 2 people. Okay. So I think we don't have to call a meeting together then. Just let me know if that changes.
Sounds good.
So we have Janet.
Yay!
Sorry.
So Janet Bartolane, and Sarah, can you introduce her, please?
Yes, I would love to. I just have to say, Janet, I don't even think I told you this, that on paper, you were my favorite candidate. Janet has both municipal experience. She previously worked for the town of Northborough in the clerk's office, and working in a municipality is a unique experience. And so that excited me because she was familiar with some of the nuances that go along with that. But furthermore, Janet has spent the last 25 or 26 years working in a hospital, doing a lot of similar work to the type of responsibilities that are part of the business administrator position. And even more importantly, in the last couple of years, Janet has been working in a new unit, the mental health unit, doing essentially similar job responsibilities to the business administrator, but in a setting that's similar, probably even more intense, definitely more intense than the type of services and clientele that we serve at our office. But I loved, just how comfortable and familiar she was. That's a really important piece of this position, especially since this position is the sort of front-facing first point of contact for most people coming to our office or reaching out to us for the first time. So we've had a chance to meet with Janet twice. First time, actually, Lauren, you were present for that interview. So we met with Janet for a first interview between Lauren, myself, and Megan, our assistant director. And then we invited Janet to come back. She came in for a second interview, meeting with myself, Vanessa Hale, our assistant town administrator, and Ryan Donovan, who's our library director. We did our background check for Janet, and also I had an opportunity to call her references, and people had nothing but wonderful things to say. So I'm here tonight to formally recommend her appointment to the Youth Commission as the appointing authority for the department. And I shared Janet's resume with you so that you could have a look. And if you had any further questions about her, or, things that you wanted to ask her while she's here.
Sorry, my mom just came downstairs.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, Mom.
Right there in the background. So, okay.
Well, I'll ask. Hi, Janet. I'm Karen. I was actually present for a couple of the interviews, but I was away when you came in. So just because I had been able to ask those candidates what drew them to this position, I guess I would like to ask you the same.
So as mentioned, I've been working up on the mental health unit, for the year and a half. So I've really kind of just started to really see kind of what people go through. And, when you don't work in that environment, you don't really realize what people are going through. And so that was one of the things like that I kind of really liked being able to, understand what people are going through, and let them know that they're not alone, and I mean, I don't do any like mental, like health counseling, but I definitely see a lot going on and how it all works. And it just kind of piqued my interest, and now I'm in a position where I don't have to worry about my children. So now I can really, they're grown up, so I can go out and get something that I'm, really, that I can feel like I'm part of a team, and I can contribute to. So that was like a big part that really draws.
Excellent team. It's an excellent team. So
good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I get to be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I've already asked you all my tough questions, so
she put you through the ringer.
I don't have any questions, but hi, I'm Nancy. I just wanted to say hi. I looked at your resume and you just, like Sarah said, it seems like a perfect background. And obviously you come across as an extremely friendly, welcoming personality, which I think is going to be great, as a first point of contact. So hi.
Nice to meet you. And I'm so happy I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the big change.
Janet, I don't have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Oh, Janet, I don't have a question either. I'm Laura, but having worked on a mental health unit myself, I just want to say that what you just said, like expressing empathy to these people, being the front face is extremely important. And I think that sounds like you're perfect for that.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. I'm going to do my best. That's for sure. So
hi, Janet. I'm Sarah. I second what Laura says because I have family members that have pretty serious mental health issues. And it is frustrating for me when I hit a brick wall talking to whoever's the frontline person. And it's always such a positive vibe when I meet someone who shows compassion and concern and empathy when I call in. So I think you'll be a good candidate. I love the fact that you have both municipal experience as well as healthcare and in the behavioral health area. I think you're going to be a great addition to the team. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to do my best, like I said.
And I just want to say I'm Susan. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Susan. Nice to meet you.
I just wanted to say I was a nurse in hospital for a very long time, and one of the best assets that you can ever have is a ward secretary that knows what the heck she's doing.
I hear that a lot. A lot of people used to say that.
You can't make it through without a good, but you know, because you're good at multitasking, you're good with people, you're good on the telephone, you're doing 5 things at once. You're a nurse's best friend. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, I'm so excited.
All right, so I think we would at this time probably have Janet leave. Would we do that? And then
I don't know if we
vote
have, I don't know if we, well, I don't know if we have
public
to.
meeting.
So yeah, so this is where it gets a little bit confusing. So as the Youth Commission, you guys are the appointing authority, and as the director, I have the hiring authority.
Okay.
So I'm making the recommendation for the Youth Commission to appoint Janet to this position. If you prefer, certainly you can have that discussion without Janet in the meeting, but I'm hopeful that you all are in agreement with having her join our team.
Fingers crossed.
So why don't we say this? Could we have someone make a motion? And if there's discussion, is there any discussion that we should have before a motion is made? Okay. Can someone make a motion? Regarding the appointment of Janet Bartolini.
I would love to make a motion to appoint Janet Bartolini as the SYFS Business Administrator.
Is there a second? Okay. So we'll do a roll call vote. Karen Engblom.
Aye.
Laura Chioco.
Aye.
Susan Beyer.
Aye.
Nancy Sutton.
Aye.
Sarah Micas.
Aye.
And Lauren Ritchie. Aye.
Yay!
So, yay!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Janet, I'll be in touch soon with some more information and to follow up with you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. And
All
thank
right.
you for
Thank
your
you for
persistence
meeting
in trying to join us.
Now I'm like having a little cough attack.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, thank you.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to
Bye.
seeing you again.
Meet you.
Okay, let's see.
All right, so next is outreach opportunities. We had the day of unplugging that I heard went really well, which was on March 1st, and that was costume karaoke night. Karen, could you comment on that maybe?
Yeah, it was great. We did a last minute huge push because like we had 9 people registered and we were freaking out. And but Shannon and Kathy and everyone started getting it out there on my Southborough. The schools were great because getting it out in that little packet, let's be honest, that virtual backpack, it does nothing because it's like a link that's like maybe click on it. So I think the principals started announcing it. Is that what happened? I believe.
I think they also did something that they call a one call now kind of blast to their families that was specifically about this. So that and I think making announcements for the students.
Making announcements really helped. And so we got over 50 people registered before the event, and then we had some walk-ins. So, and I'm happy to report that every single piece of food that I purchased was eaten. Because last year we were like, please take a pizza, take one for your friend, you know. So and I didn't go overboard, but so I think after all the food was purchased and we had any of those of our supplies, we made $393. So that covered all the expenses. I think Kathy said that's at least one camp scholarship, and kids had a ball. You know, like they had the whole stage. What's that?
I was just gonna say we were talking about this, that doesn't include the amount that came in through pre-registration, which I actually don't. Oh, it doesn't include that, right? The 393.
Oh, I don't, yeah, you're right. I don't think so because I just counted my cash minus what I spent. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
So
that's
there's even more because people
$5
had
per
to pay.
$5 per ticket ahead of time for 250. Yeah.
Right.
So
right. And
yeah,
I think we had 77 people pre-register. So if I did some math really quickly, that would be another $385. So
yeah.
So that's
and
something.
more importantly, people were having fun. It was the only thing is we're going to talk about a different venue next year, possibly just because I think people had in their heads, Finn, it's for little kids, you know, and I get that. So maybe next year if we held it at Neary or Trottier probably. I also think having it on a stage might be a little bit better because although it was fun because all the kids would just like crowd around the person doing the karaoke and singing, it might have been a little distracting, you know, but it was also fun to see them all up there dancing while the person was on the mic. So I don't know. I think it might be fun to maybe do the guest judges next year. And since we've at least had this one under our belt and we know it might be successful next year and have, so maybe we could drum up some more interest, like who's going to be the guest judges and like kind of promote it. And we're going to go into the schools next year and in person promote it and everything like that. So, Kathy.
Yeah, and I'm just going to make the announcement right now that Kathy Cook has decided she's going to dress up as Taylor Swift and go into the schools. This was her idea, so she's
her idea. So I said, thank you, Kathy, for volunteering.
Thank you for volunteering. Yep, to go into the schools and sing for the students. Which
we did have very many Taylor Swift songs were sung that night.
Yeah,
including my daughter. But yeah, so it was fun, successful event. So I think it can be a repeat next year.
Yeah, we talked about with the judges, you know, should we keep it as costume karaoke or switch over to something like Southborough Idol or something like that. But yeah, so it's great that we have the foundation that it went well. Feels nice.
Yeah, I took a bunch of pictures with permission. I asked around. I'm like, hey, can I take pictures? And they're like, sure. So Shannon posted a bunch to the Facebook page and everything. So that was fun.
Good job. Congratulations.
That's great.
It's always a little nerve-wracking. Is anyone going to show up? But it was good.
Right. And I just want to say, you know, we've expressed this directly to friends, but we really, this was for a long time ago, friends of the Southborough Youth Commission and the Department Youth and Family Services used to co-sponsor things quite often. And we kind of moved away from that over time because our friends group was quite small for a while, and there's so much new energy in there and enthusiasm that it felt right to sort of try to revamp those ideas again. And so we're super appreciative to Friends of the Southborough Youth Commission for co-sponsoring the event with us, because I think that made a big difference in terms of, you know, enhancing the event, having food at the event, you know, and again, when you charge somebody something, even if it's just a small amount, it makes a difference in terms of people's value of their experience. And typically people turn out more. And so having friends involved with pre-registration and all of that was really helpful. And we just appreciate the hours that people took out of their busy lives to come and help volunteer at the event. So thank you for that.
Well, on behalf of all of the friends, you're welcome.
And I have one other outreach related question. Are we doing I don't even know if the baseball thing is come and gone, but
we actually were just talking about that today. And so I shared with you guys just now, Shannon and I have what we call our program meeting every Tuesday morning. So we were talking about when life gives you lemons, and we said we gotta have a lemonade stand for some reason, somewhere. And I said, what if we went back to the opening day of baseball, which happens to be April 29th, right before Mental Health Awareness Month. And so Karen, you'll probably be getting an email from Shannon soon if you haven't already.
I did today, yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay. So we were thinking if we could get some donations of lemonade, instead of selling it, using the opportunity to promote Mental Health Awareness Month by just giving away small cups of lemonade at opening day of baseball, and maybe giving out some information about us at the same time. Or, last year we did bracelets and sunglasses for Mental Health Awareness Month, and we could
So
do
that's
something.
Saturday the 27th. You said 29th. So isn't
I'm sorry. I'm just don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Sarah about any of the dates.
Yeah, the dates, I'm just making it up.
All right.
It's so we thought actually that the opening day of baseball would be a perfect opportunity for that. It doesn't capture everybody, so there might be another time that we try to do a lemonade stand. Next question on my mind is, where the heck are we going to get a lemonade stand? Or, can we put something together? But minor details.
We could put an in search of in the free cycle page, because not that we need to actually own it, but we could borrow it. And I feel like I've seen some Southborough lemonade stands that were actually kind of done up.
That'd be great.
I think we have something at the preschool that flips from a ice cream stand to a lemonade stand. Perfect. And it's really cute. It's definitely kid size, not adult size.
Yep.
So we'd have to get some kids there.
Kneel behind it.
The cup.
Yep.
I can look into that. It's really cute.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so that's kind of what we were thinking, and we were also trying to think of like what else could we do with lemons, just to again, sort of a catchy way of promoting Mental Health Awareness Month, because that would be the goal, is to have a flyer of all of the events that we're doing during that month, along with something lemon related. Oh, we did talk about the donut stand in Southborough last year. For Southborough Goes Green, they were serving a green donut, not a moldy donut, but a purposely green frosted donut. So Christina, who is a big fan of the donut stand, said, "Oh, their lemon curd donuts are out of this world." So we were, I think Shannon's planning to approach them again to see if they would participate in Mental Health Awareness Month and promote something with lemons. And so if you all, so if you all have any additional ideas, someone in the center of town juggling lemons, or I don't know.
Like that.
Yeah. So we're
Lemon
just
pound cake.
Yes, sounds delicious.
And all this food. It's like, oh.
I know. Yeah, Shannon said to me midday, she sent me a message and said, "Thanks a lot for mentioning donuts. I can't stop talking about donuts now." But anyway, yeah, so that outreach opportunity, I think Shannon plans to email the organizers to see if we can attend again this year.
Okay. Friends update.
Okay. Okay, so March Munchie Madness is underway. The first Wednesday was Ola, and I don't think that was very well attended, but I don't think the weather was so great last Wednesday. But tomorrow night, everybody is Nan's. So I know we have our friends meeting, and so we are having our friends meeting and ordering takeout from Nan's. So good excuse, don't cook tomorrow, order Nan's, and we get 10% of the proceeds goes to friends. And then there's 5 in total. So there's also Tommaso. I don't have the flyer right in front of me. Ola, Tommaso, Nan's, Southborough House of Pizza, I think, and Yamafuji. And then the Vin Bin did this special sandwich or whatever. So anyway, so, put it there to your friends, family, ask if they want to order from Nan's tomorrow.
Just to make sure, it's always on a Wednesday. So all the Wednesdays in March?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I just gave you the update on costume karaoke concessions. We are meeting tomorrow with friends, and so we will be discussing our Shop with the Purpose event. It's getting closer, but Andrew Abu, who I work for, has offered to sponsor the bounce house. I think I mentioned that, so we will not be paying for that, so that's good. And then I have a couple of friends, my daughter's friends, that are going to do face painting. So we're trying to, and I spoke with someone from Kinder Group, and they were really excited about the event, and so they're going to promote it. We're going to get some food trucks, just try to make it more of a big celebration this year, draw more people in. Then the Carry Stack event, we'll talk about that, but we're working on the venues, and like Sarah mentioned, the ticketing prices for that speaker event. And that's all we have planned. Yep. That's it.
All right, thank you. Any questions for Karen? All right.
So Lauren,
yep.
I'm sorry, Lauren. We had on here the Easter egg hunt, and we're just going to bag that, correct? Because it's the same day as town meeting.
Yeah, I took it off the revised agenda.
Oh, okay. I had an agenda that had it on there, but
yeah,
it was kind of interesting. And they said, oh, well, we kind of, Kinder Group runs this big Easter egg hunt. And I said, do you guys know that's the same day as town meeting? And they said, yeah, but it's always the Saturday before Easter, and Easter's so early this year. So Easter's March 31st. So anyway, so they're doing it town. And they asked if we wanted, or Southborough Youth and Family Services wanted an outreach table, but I don't think we're going to do that because there'll be people at town meeting. So
yeah, I'll be at town meeting for that in time.
Yeah, me too.
So in February, we talked about the succession planning process for the Youth Commission, and we said we'd revisit it in March. It took, I've been thinking about what some possibilities are for having a turnover of the chair and vice chair, occasionally, but not so frequently as every year, which I think is it would be a little bit disruptive, because by the time that you get into the groove and figure out how to facilitate the Zoom meeting and send agendas out and all that kind of stuff, and especially with Sarah's performance review, I think that's not something you would want to just do for a year. One of the things I was thinking of is, so Karen is currently vice chair, and she is going to be chair of Friends starting this summer or in the fall.
Yeah, Leslie will be stepping down in June. She'll be still on Friends, but not as chair. And we kind of take the summer off. But so starting in September, let's just say I will be the chair.
So she's expressed that she probably wouldn't want to end up being chair of both organizations. Is that correct, Karen? I think
yeah, I think probably just makes sense not to have me chair both organizations.
So Karen has been attending. Yeah, go ahead.
I said, you'll get sick of me.
No, not at all. Karen has been attending the agenda setting meetings that we have, and she sees what goes on in the background, is on a couple additional emails, that type of thing. One thing that I was thinking could work, totally up for discussion, but if I were to stay on as chair one more year, knowing how things go, and we took on a new vice chair, we could have a turnover the following year, but the vice chair would have a year to kind of figure things out and learn the ropes a bit. I don't know how you guys feel about that type of solution to it. And then maybe, I'm not sure how you could do a regular, so let's say you have a vice chair that becomes chair next year. That chair might be a chair for 2-3 years. But then you would have a vice chair in that role that would either then eventually rotate into that chair position, or I'm not sure about the details here, but I think that would probably make the most sense, kind of knowing the background of this. Does anyone have any other ideas or thoughts on it?
I mean, my thoughts were generally similar to yours. That, I mean, obviously that 1 year turnover, I think, is too quick. As you're right, doesn't give someone enough time to really learn what they need to know before they start as chair. So, I mean, I think 2 or 3 years sounds appropriate for turnover. And I like your idea of having someone like another vice chair just watching, getting the emails, like, you know, seeing what happens behind the scenes so that they can be at the ready.
Okay.
Other thoughts?
I agree with that. I think that makes the most sense, giving somebody the opportunity to learn and have the appropriate time. I don't really see how else you could do it.
Yeah, because otherwise the vice chair it's not a useless role, but it's like, yeah, vice chair seems like it's learning to be the chair, you know, because then you learn that knowledge, but then you're never helping out as the chair. So.
Right, exactly.
I do think that role, although we haven't had to utilize it, and that speaks to Lauren's commitment to this group, which is fantastic. But in the event that Lauren wasn't available to attend a meeting, if she
like if I had COVID last month and didn't know it
and didn't know it, yeah, that the chair could pinch hit to fill in for that person. It just hasn't really happened yet, but it's ensuring that we have, at any given time, we have a backup plan for leadership within the organization.
And us being more remote meetings, there's definitely less of a need for that.
Right.
Except if you still feel like garbage, like Lauren.
Okay. So why don't we, so nothing really happens in April regarding this. In May, we have nominations, and in June, there's a vote in time for the end of the year. So if you think about anything, you have a great epiphany of how to do this, just let us know and we can put it on the agenda for next month. Otherwise, we'll just go into May for nominations.
It might be a nice opportunity if anybody's thinking of, so it sounds like Karen's going to take a step back from being vice chair. I know we have to go through the sort of nomination and voting process, but if people are thinking about whether they are willing to take on one of those, to take on that role, to have the opportunity to talk to Lauren, to talk to Karen now, to find out what's it involved, and other questions, since we have a bit of time between now and the next time we talk about this.
Yeah, sure. Send an email or reach out to me if you have questions too about vice chair.
All right. Let's see. Just a reminder that the next Youth Commission meeting on April 9th will be an in-person meeting. And I think Sarah was going to reach out to get a room for us. Is that correct?
Yes, I haven't yet done that, but the hope is that the public safety training room would be available for us. So I'll keep you posted on that as soon as I have more information.
That is my birthday, by the way. So
okay, so cake, everyone. Save your appetite.
I want to see everybody's legs for my birthday.
happy birthday.
Wear your best shoes.
Great.
That's great to know. And with that, I think we've reached the adjournment stage. If we could have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the March 12th, 2024 meeting of the Southborough Youth Commission at 7:58.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote. Karen England.
Aye.
Nancy Sutton.
Aye.
Susan Byer.
Aye.
Laura Chioco.
Aye.
Sarah Micas.
Aye.
And Lauren Ritchie. Aye. I don't know what happens if anyone ever doesn't.
No, I don't want to end the meeting.
And I love how
Okay.
everybody followed the ayes tonight, because I usually say yes, and then tonight I went with aye. And I was like, they're just all gonna go for it, because I like, do I say yes or aye? I was like, oh, I don't know, because
I know it's a pirate night.
Aye.
I'll wear my eye patch next time.
I like that.
Thanks,
See you next
everybody.
month.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
ya.
Bye.
April. Bye.
Good night. Bye.